A CV, a resume. We tend to think of it as just a list of jobs and dates, right? A bit boring, maybe. But what if I told you it's actually a story? A story of resilience, of skill, and sometimes of some seriously hidden potential. So let's dive in and see if we can learn how to read between the lines. Okay, so here we go. We've got a CV from a candidate named Kai, and at first glance, yeah, it looks pretty standard. You've got your profile, your experience, education, all the usual suspects. But our job today is to look past that, to dig deeper and uncover the narrative. What is the real story being told here? Let's do some investigating. All right, so first things first, when you're trying to crack any CV, you have to find the headline. What's that one sentence summary the candidate really wants you to walk away with? Well, it's almost always right there at the top, staring you in the face in that profile summary. And there it is. The core identity is reliable and adaptable. This is basically Kai's thesis statement for himself. He's telling us right up front, hey, I'm the person you can count on when things get crazy in a fast-paced, hands-on job. Now that's a pretty bold claim, right? But is it true? Well, the rest of the CV should be the proof. Now for the fun part, the detective work. This is where we take those claims he made in the profile and we start hunting for cold, hard proof in his work history. See, a great CV doesn't just list skills, it actually demonstrates them. So let's see if this one holds up to scrutiny. And check this out. This is where it gets really clever. See how this CV connects the dots for us? Kai says he's organized. The evidence? His experience with bar service and stock replenishment. He claims to be a problem solver. The proof? Kitchen support and food prep in a busy restaurant. Every single skill is backed up by a concrete task. And that turns his claims into credible, believable facts. But it's not just about individual tasks. The timeline of a CV, the when, can tell you so much about a person's work ethic and their resilience. Sure, gaps can tell a story, but a lack of gaps, especially when the work is intense, that tells a whole other story. Let's zoom in on the dates. Whoa, okay, this is what I'm talking about. Just look at that summer. From May to August, he's working as a chef. Then, in that exact same month, August, he's working back-to-back gigs at two different super intense festivals. This isn't just work, this is a trial by fire. He's not just taking jobs, he's actively seeking out and thriving in these high-pressure environments. So let's just boil it down to a single powerful number. 3 high-intensity roles in just 4 months. Honestly, that one fact gives you more proof of his adaptable and reliable claims than any bullet point ever could. It's a huge statement about his drive and his capacity to handle pretty much anything you throw at him. Okay, but a good investigator doesn't just look at the good stuff, right? You also have to look for potential red flags. And under education, we see his university studies are paused. Now, some people might look at that and see a negative, a sign of quitting. But context is everything. We have to understand the why behind the data. And boom, the CV gives us the context directly. He's not just taking a random break, he's stepping up to a massive new life responsibility. I mean, that one sentence completely flips the narrative on its head. And this is exactly how you reframe it. The surface reading just sees a student who paused their studies. But the real story here is about a responsible new parent who is proactively securing work and gaining valuable practical experience. This isn't a red flag at all. It's a testament to his maturity, his motivation, and that powerful why that's driving him. Now, let's be honest. A lot of people just skip right over the interest section. They treat it like filler. But you know what? Sometimes that's where you find the X factor, that unique blend of skills that makes a candidate truly, uniquely stand out from the crowd. Okay, take a look at this. Right alongside his practical interest in cooking, which makes sense, we see a passion for 3D modeling, digital design, and video editing. He even lists specific software like Adobe Premiere Pro. This isn't just a hobby. This is a whole parallel skill set that's creative, technical, and very, very modern. So when you put all the pieces together, when you combine his proven hands-on experience with these, hidden creative and tech skills, you get something really special. He's a hybrid candidate. He can handle the insane pressure of a busy kitchen for sure, but he also understands digital production tools. That makes him an incredibly versatile and unique problem solver. So let's think about what we've just done. We started with what looked like a pretty standard, maybe even boring CV. But by connecting the claims to the proof, by reading the timeline, understanding the context, and uncovering that X factor, we've revealed a really compelling story of a reliable, motivated, and uniquely skilled person who's ready for just about any challenge. So the next time you look at a CV, whether it's one you're writing for yourself or one you're reading, just remember that it's more than a list. It's a narrative. The story is always hiding there in the details. The only real question is, are you paying close enough attention to read it?